Hi, I'm Parneet Jaggi, and in this lecture, I'm going to take up a very sweet and simple poem, Words, written by Edwin Thumboo. So, before we start the poem, let's know something about this writer from Singapore. Edwin Thumboo, born in 1933, is a Singaporean poet and academic who was regarded as one of the pioneers of English literature in Singapore. He graduated in English from the University of Malaya in 1956 and then worked in the civil services for about 9 years before finally joining the University of Singapore in 1966 following Singapore's independence. He also received a PhD from this degree. Then he rose to the position of a professor in this department of this university, and he is still the emeritus professor in the same university. And when we talk about his writings, his poetry is inspired by myth and history, and he's often called Singapore's unofficial poet laureate because of his poetry, which is replete with nationalistic themes. He can be called a pioneer of local English literature. He compiled and edited some of the first anthologies of English poetry and fiction from Singapore and Malaysia. His own collections of poetry include Rib of Earth, Ulysses by the Merlion, and A Third Map. Now, he has been a winner of so many awards in Singapore, and also outside. He has also been the award winner of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, Raja Rao Award, and many other honors he was conferred on. And he was the man who conceived the first National Poetry Festival for Singapore in 2015. Now, when we look at the poem Words, it basically highlights the immense importance of words in our life. Language is important, no doubt, we know that. But he kind of enlists or enumerates the tremendous impact on the listeners. And we see that the choice of his own words is so effective. It is so clear and it flows like a stream that he makes it very clear that words carry the power to do anything. So let's look at the poem, Words. Words are dangerous, especially the simple kind you leave behind for others, for undesirable relatives and assorted purposes. They are understood simply, edited, taken with a kind of air, a careful disregard. Their plainness complicates. So here he's talking about the danger of words. Words can be dangerous, especially the simple words that you speak behind the backs of others, for the undesirable relatives that you don't like, and for special purposes that you are doing that backbiting kind of an attitude or behavior. So they are simply understood simply edited. Edited means words that you throw out may be misrepresented or misinterpreted and taken with a kind of an air or a disregard, means some kind of manipulation may be involved till they reach the second party or the second person. So he says words may be plain, but here their plainness complicates. They become dangerous when you leave these words behind the back. When you say, "Tell him please that the anger has come to pass, that friendship is not maimed," or "please do come, but after the fever has been put aside." Now this is a dialogue he is inserted here. When you mean to be polite, careful, explicit, considerate, circumspect, adopting the proper tone, you are likely to be quoted as saying, "he won't." Now here he is trying to quote a few sentences in which he says, when you say something that please convey this to him, please say this to him, or please pass this message to him, this so and so message to him, and you mean to be polite, you mean to be careful, you mean to be considerate. Circumspect means you mean to be alert. adopting the proper tone. But he says not necessarily your message may be conveyed in the right kind of tone that you are trying to say. Your message may be misinterpreted due to the repetition formed in that anger which it carried through the means. If you are sending a message through a second means, your tone may not be carried and may not reach the third person in the same way that you said, because some kind of anger has gone into it, some change of tone has gone into it, because of which your words may be misinterpreted. Words are neither valid, merciful, nor bad in themselves, nothing unless used, urged, imported into dialogue, becoming part anger, part laughter, bruised, adding to the mood and gesture. So here he says words themselves are lifeless. They do not have the power as in themselves, but the power comes with the way we use them. So they're not valid or invalid. Words are not merciful. It is the sender, it is the user, it is the human mind, it is the mouth which is making the words useful or merciful or bad. So unless we use the words in a particular way, imported into dialogue, so they become part anger, part laughter, and bruised. Bruised means they have the tendency to injure, adding to the mood and gesture. So words affect the other person or the society according to the moods and gestures through which they are conveyed. Words are words. Except for us, they are not personalities. We make them into poems. So finally, he concludes the poem by saying that words are just words. They are not entities as such. Except for us, until and unless we human beings use them as words, they do not have personalities of their own. We make them into poems. Poems here means we make them into usages of different moods and feels. We create the effects. We throw them in society, and we cause the effect inside the words. So words in themselves are not independent personalities. So for poets, words are a part of the poems for the expression of their true feelings. And it all depends on how human beings, and especially here, he says how poets use them. So words carry the power according to our minds, our usage. So we see the style of the poem is, of course, conversational. It seems he is talking to the reader. It is colloquial. He is expressing his point powerfully, yet in a lucid way, in a clear way. He's using compound words towards the end, part anger, part laughter, and there is alliteration here and there in the poem. So we see it's a beautiful, a simple, a free-flowing poem that creates an impact on it of its own, and it's all about words and the way we use these words that affect the humanity and society. So this was my interpretation of Edwin Thumboo's poem, Words. Thank you for now.